What's up guys, hope you're doing well. Today we'll have another look into the Solana price chart because the correction is continuing and we want to know where are the next price levels that we are aiming for, and of course we also want to know if the price targets that I have mentioned in the last video, if they are still active. You know, the first one right here is at 200, let's say 212 to round the numbers, till the 20th of August. And the higher price target is this one right here. This is $250 till the 18th of September. So let's have a look right here what has happened and also if these price targets are still active. First of all, what we can clearly see is that with this move right here, we had a very nice and clean breakout, almost hitting the first price target. But then we did reversed, and at the breakout level we didn't stop, we got below it, and that was also the point from my last video. So then we saw some a little bounce right here, but what I have said is that we needed a daily candle close above the recent breakout level. We actually did that. If I zoom in a little bit, you see just a tiny little breakout here to the upside, daily candle close. Then we had some follow through, but right afterwards we got rejected again, and right now going lower. And this is a clear rejection from this level. So as I said, we can clearly see it move to the upside, break to the downside of the resistance zone, retest the resistance zone, and then making a new low right here. So let me clean up the chart a little bit so we can see this better. So we want to delete all the lines right here so we have a better picture. So let's do this with trend lines. Here, move to the upside, then we have this move to the downside, retest. So I'm taking here the closing levels, the retest, and then we are breaking here below the recent low, which potentially is giving us more room to the downside. Right now you can see that we have a little bounce right here, and maybe, currently it doesn't seem like it, but maybe we will reverse all the way back to the upside, but we will cover this also, this possibility. But first of all, because there is red across the market, I want to cover the downside target and also tell you where these levels here get invalidated. So let's have a look at this. So first of all, the next support level that we have is the breakout level that we had before. Basically this is from this price target, this breakout level right here. This is the next target. This is at 168. We came very close today, but this is then the level that we have right here. And then the next level that I'm looking at is also a very important level, and that is this one right here, because this level right here is the invalidation point for the higher price target, so for the 250 mark. And in case we break this support level right here, this is potentially another level we are aiming for. You can see this is also the low that we have right here, but it is also the 50% mark of this whole upside move. And if we break this to the downside, just from the balance of probabilities, we can most likely forget about this price target right here, because then this will be cancelled. Then we are looking at something else. So we definitely do not look at $250 till the 18th of September. But right now this is not the case, and I don't want to draw the worst picture here. This is just the downside levels that we are potentially aiming for and facing, and therefore we also need to know what is happening if we hit these levels and also if we break these levels. Because if we break this level here, then the chart picture is looking completely different, and then we need to structure ourselves completely new. Also, the lower price target right here has an invalidation point that is a little bit lower. So this is right about here, a little bit higher. So in this area, that is then the level where this price target here would be cancelled. But right now this is not the case. In the best case scenario, we are doing a reversal right now and giving us the bullish confirmations that we need to continue. As I mentioned in the last video, the first bullish confirmation is a daily candle close above the breakout level. The second confirmation is if we break this high right here, so the recent high, that is then the second bullish confirmation, and then we are very likely good to go to break the 200 or to reach the $250 level till the 17th of August, so in the first half of the rectangle. Right now we are a little bit stuck in a situation where we need to wait for confirmation to the downside and to the upside. In the end, I just want to quickly give you one more thing about Bitcoin, because you know Bitcoin is driving this market, and if Bitcoin is correcting, cryptos or altcoins most likely will correct even more. And in this case right now you can see we are recovering a bit, but in case we are doing the retest of the breakout level right here, then we are looking for another let's say maybe we are doing a wick to this, so probably a 4 to 6% correction on Bitcoin, and you know altcoins potentially will do double. If there are strong altcoins, a little bit less. If there are weak altcoins, then potentially a little bit more. If we just assume this would be double, we would go below this support, this very important support level right here. So that are very interesting things that are potentially about to happen. Also a very important point that I want to mention right here, because right now you may be getting the picture that everything seems bearish because I have talked a lot about the downside targets. That is not the case. So I just want to show you when we are going to the downside, what are the levels for, where are the invalidation points, just that you know. But I don't think that this one right here, I don't think that this was the top and that we are close to the top. So I think the corrections that we are seeing are temporary corrections, and they are giving us a potential good buying opportunity. The reason why I also mentioned this is because it's not that when we are getting below these levels here that I've mentioned, that the price target here is cancelled from a point of we will never go to $250. This is just because this price target here is also linked to a time window. And if we are breaking to the downside right here, we can forget about the time window, and therefore we can also forget about the price target. But that doesn't mean that we cannot hit this price target at a different time point. And that is just all the information that I want to put out there about Solana. Of course, if we have any changes to the downside, to the upside, you know that I will post another video and give you an update on the situation. So make sure to subscribe to this channel so you won't miss this. Also, if you have any questions or any other cryptos you want me to have a look at, feel free to just post it in the comments. That's it for this video. See you in the next one. Bye bye.